calm. He was delivering these passes in the right places. Then you had Noah Fant to that, who looks like he's ready to break out in his second year. This offense is young, but I'm telling you right now, it's a lot of playmakers in this offense, and you can tell that they're on the verge of being an explosive offense in this league. And it's the little things. Just like you say, this game is over if he catches those 2 passes. So it's the little things, but this offense is in good hands.
Yeah, so, J.J., you feel like Denver's on the verge of potentially having an explosive offense this year. How about the Titans? Because we know so much of their success last year was predicated on play action. Ryan Tannehill converting some 80% of his throws on play action. But that's all dependent on King Henry and how well he plays in the backfield. Started off rough. Give Denver's defense credit, even without Von Miller and a less than 100% Bradley Chubb. They did a good job stuffing him early on. But I guess the method that they used to keep feeding him and making him commit to the run ended up paying off for the Titans offensively in this game. What do you think, JJ?
Well, listen, we know coming off the bus, fresh off the bus, defensive coordinators is loading up the box, and they are stopping Henry. This is the guy that we got to stop. If we don't stop him, we really don't have a chance of stopping this Tennessee offense. So, yes, I believe in the receivers on the outside. They're very talented on the outside. You have Corey Davis. You have A.J. Brown who can make plays. But we will allow them to beat us. You're going to have to beat us and show us that you can beat us on a consistent basis because we know 22 Derrick Henry in the backfield will beat us. So, listen, that's why you've seen Tannehill come out and throw this ball 40 times because, listen, we are going to load the box and we are going to stop Henry and we're going to make you one-dimensional. And that's what they tried to do tonight, the Denver Broncos defense, and they had some success. I mean, to give up 16 points in the ballgame, and I know they missed some field goals and things like that, but to give up 16 points in this ballgame to an explosive Tennessee offense, hey, they did the right thing. Come out, load the box, and slow down 22.
All right, so once again, a 16-14 final. The Titans get a dub to start their year. That was game 2 of our doubleheader. How about game 1? The Giants and the Steelers at MetLife. Hey, Big Ben's back. Slimmed down a little bit. Had surgery on that elbow. We haven't seen him play since week 2 of last season. Daniel Jones, what would the first act of his encore from a pretty solid rookie season look like? Where's deep? Not too bad. Hooks up right down the middle. Darius Slayton coming off a pretty good rookie year. He had 8 touchdowns. He's got his first here of 2020. D. Jones probably pretty confident early on. 7-point lead, but then that happened. He throws for Evan Ingram, but he's picked off. T.J. Watt, give me that.
That was such a good play right there. Couldn't come with the rush. He said, you know what? Just get in that window and let me jump and pick this thing off.
So the
Scouting report.
Go ahead. My bad, JJ.
Put him at tight end. Scouting report. Put him at tight end.
All right. We've been waiting long enough to see Big Ben, and now here he is. Some vintage Big Ben. I don't know
what's the name of that dad?
Hey, what is that, JJ? Juju Smith-Schuster. Pulling that one in. Meantime, Saquon Barkley was silent early on in this game. It was one of his more loud plays, I guess you could say. Scaling a defender there. But a lot of Saquon's success came on broken plays in this game.
Yep.
Giants offense was not necessarily humming. Meantime, Big Ben, the more that elbow warmed up, the more consistent he got in the passing game. Steelers trailing by 9 here. And
he's
Juju.
feeling now. He's feeling it. Came out a little nervous, but he settled down. Robert Dillon.
So this was the drive right here. This was the drive right here where they settled down. Now you see Big Ben looking like Ben Vick out there, trying to use his legs, running. That's when you knew he calmed down and settled in, man. And this right here is just, I want it more than you do, man. James Washington getting up in the end zone. That's big time right there, man. That was a big time drive going into halftime.
Grown man business on the 13-yard touchdown. Third quarter now, Giants ball. Trailing 16-10. Daniel Jones. He's going to roll in. Why force the throw here? Number one. And then
just throw it away. Daniel Jones.
Cameron Hayward is there. He jumps over a newspaper. That's about as much height as I'm going to give him some love. That was a good hurdle en route to that interception.
That's about
Hey, they all count.
Yeah, the big fella getting it done. James Conner injured early in this game, ankle injury. So Benny Snell Jr. will start toting the rock, and not too bad.
He ran hard, man. He ran hard. Benny ran hard today, man. He looked good out there running that ball today.
He finished with a $113, first career game, over 100 yards. 3 plays later, it's Big Ben to Juju.
Oh, he's the happiest man on the planet. That number 7.
I was about to say that. If it's one dude that's happy, hey, it's Juju, man.
Yeah, Juju.
Get the QB1 back.
He finished with 6 grabs, 69 yards, couple of touchdowns. Ben Roethlisberger, by the way, 21 of 32, 229 yards through the air, and 3 touchdowns. We know how you guys felt about his performance, but how did Big Ben feel about how he did?
You know, I told the guys before the game, it's not about me and individually. The reason I came back is for these guys, for this team. It's a special group of football players and men. And so I'm just thankful to be a part of it. There obviously were a little bit of jitters. I was excited, nervous to be out there. Just wanted to not let my guys down. You know, that was the biggest thing. And as for Mason warming up, I'm not trying to scare anybody. I didn't know that he was.
Their nerves, man, there's scarcity in what we do. You only get 16 opportunities in the regular season. It was our first one. We hadn't been in a stadium. So I thought it was reasonable for all of us to have some level of nerves. And for me, it's not over until it's over.